presenter I'd like to introduce is AuraVax Therapeutics. They have a product called NanoSting, which is a first-in-class host-directed therapeutic that treats and prevents most respiratory viruses. It activates innate immunity at the site of infection. Great company, very unique solution. And to tell us more about it, I'd like to introduce CEO Joe Sullivan. Hi, Joe.
Thank you, Tian, very much. And thank you for the opportunity to present. My name is Joseph Sullivan. I'm the CEO of AuraVax Therapeutic, and I appreciate the opportunity this morning to share with you the development of our core technology, NanoSting. Most people can relate to viral infections either personally or through family experience, and know that viral infections can actually be life-threatening for a subset of folks who are immunocompromised or may have other underlying medical conditions. At AuraVax, we're developing products for respiratory infectious diseases. Imagine one product that could prevent multiple different respiratory infections, and that's the underlying value proposition of NanoSting. It's a host-directed therapeutic that activates and boosts the innate immunity, which is your initial response to viral infections. In 5 different animal models with over 8 different viral strains, we've demonstrated that we can safely boost the sting pathway, effectively treat and prevent these different infections, and therefore we believe it will be very broad-acting and agnostic to the different pathogens. With that background in the early clinical development, we're ready for final clinical pre-testing and moving into clinical testing in 2026. A little bit more about the a little bit more about the momentum for the seasonal host-directed therapeutic. We are starting the safety and tox studies as we speak. We're also forming a collaboration with Uniformed Services University to be our clinical collaborator. We're very excited about that relationship. Not only will they bring strong clinical experience, but also the potential for non-dilutive funding. Beyond the seasonal viruses, we're also focusing on emerging threats as well as weaponized viruses, and we have a proposal into the military that's under review. We hope to begin that later this year. We're very excited about this because not only will it allow us to continue to demonstrate the breadth of the efficacy of NanoSting, but we believe it's an opportunity to actually accelerate revenue. Beyond the host-directed therapeutic, we also know that NanoSting can improve the mucosal immunity of intranasal vaccines, and we have a number of opportunities that we're working on in this space. First, we received a BARDA contract last year for the evaluation of an adjuvanted vaccine. We're in preclinical assessment of it right now, and we hope in 2026, with favorable data, to move that into product development. And with that project, we also are working with a clinical stage partner. We also have a second partnership in vaccines that we're in the process of discussions underway right now, and we hope to announce that shortly, and to again also have potentially a commercial relationship with them in 2026, again accelerating revenue. It's a very large market that we're focusing on, and we're especially focusing on the high-risk population as well as the military. We're very interested in the dual-use opportunity there. As I mentioned, we're focusing on the therapeutic and looking to partner out the vaccine. Our lead indication will be in influenza. We see that as the fastest opportunity for proof of concept efficacy, but we also, as I mentioned, want to leverage the biothreats so that we can show the potential of the broad acting. And as I mentioned earlier, we are laser focused on the opportunities for accelerating revenue in both the biodefense as well as the adjuvant. We've raised about $5 million to date to stand up the company and do the early clinical development. We're hoping to raise another $4.5 million to complete the preclinical development and move into clinical studies. We also hope to complement that with non-dilutive funding, and we have a number of discussions underway. We have a very strong team, including George Church, who is leading our SAB. We have 2 outside wonderful directors, John Shiver, as well as Tom Finn, and our board lead is Lawrence Cooper. So just in summary, this would be a first-in-class sting agonist for respiratory viruses, both as a therapeutic and as well as prevention. We believe that the clinical program is well de-risked from the preclinical studies, and so we're moving very quickly into the clinical studies next year. And we also have a biomarker to demonstrate that we're activating the immune pathway. It's a large revenue opportunity, as I mentioned earlier. And as also I mentioned earlier, we're very, very focused on these opportunities for early revenue recognition and strategic exits. So I hope to talk to you all further in the breakout room, and thank you very much for your time.